Take on the beat.
I am hip hop. I'm not just hey, 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 hey. We're gonna let people come on in, come on in, come on in. This is Hope for Hip Hop. We doing it, we doing it. This is episode, we want to call this number one. We're just gonna go ahead and proceed and start from the gate. We know that we've been on this mission to spread peace, love, unity via the gospel of hip hop by none other than KRS One. And so we just want to get into it. We're gonna let some people come into the space, come into the room. Ashe, ashe. And there's something up here. Hold up. So yeah, peace to the family, peace to the family. Thanks for joining us. Peace, peace. Showing love, peace, and positivity. As even just a healing mechanism, and I believe it is my duty to bring information to the people as we all continue to heal from our past wounds and even our current ones. You know what I'm saying?
Take on the beat.
Welcome you to the space. This is Hope for Hip Hop Educational Project. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following. Thanks for showing love. Thanks for all of that stuff. This track is by none other than Nick Beats. That's capital N, capital I, capital C. Beats, Beats, on YouTube. Yep. Working together. Yep. Achieving the highest greatness that we can together. That is the absolute goal here. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Boom. Okay, here we go. Let's get it, y'all. Peace, welcome, peace and blessings, give thanks.
Take on the beat.
I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop because I am hip hop. That's why I'm in hip hop, because I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. Look, I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. In the end, the last days of all praise, glory, and worship be to God. The love that has rescued us from oppression and ignorance. And to all future generations of hip hop, know this: it is the love that has delivered this gospel to our people for our correction and survival. This gospel comes to us as a physical manifestation of God's grace and love for hip hop, because I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. Look who I am, hip hop. That's why I'm living hip hop, because I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. Look, I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. I am the beat girl. I am the MC. I am graffiti writer. I am the DJ. I am the beatboxer. I am the fashion. I am the street language. I am the entrepreneur. I am the culture. I am hip hop. I am the culture. I am hip hop. I am hip hop. I am hip hop. Hey. Once again, that's beat by none other than Nick Beats. Go ahead and find him, follow him, and do all that good stuff on social media. He is one of our members of the production team for our hip hop choir here in California. So give a great shout out, give all that stuff. All of those words, I want to tell y'all, all of those words came from the gospel of hip hop. I wrote none of those outside of the little ad-libs and little things that I kind of added in. But this is raw. That content was read straight from the book, the first chapter called A New Covenant. And I did that to project so that we can go ahead and ease into this thing in a hip hop style kind of way, because we always fresh and fly with it. You feel me? So I'm going to go ahead and continue on reading because I wanted to get us excited about this message and lesson today. And once again, this is all the content that I'm reading from today is from the Gospel of Hip Hop, the first instrument, presented by none other than KRS-One, the Temple of Hip Hop. Now, I am naming this episode 1 so that we can start fresh and go through the entire text and script of the book. And we'll see how long it takes us to do this together. But we're going to do this together. We're going to heal together. We're going to rise together. We're going to achieve peace, love, and unity and have fun together. We're going to do all of that stuff together. So, first and foremost, let's get it. I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. Look, boo, I am hip hop. I'm not just living hip hop. That's why I am hip hop. And that just kind of came to me because I was just going over the lesson, and that's just what came out. So I figured that would kind of draw some of the people to the place to be, because this is the place to be. And thanks for joining us here. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Again, all of these tracks are produced by Nick Beats. That's Nicbeats. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit so it's a voice over, not a voice under. So peace and blessings to the people. So this chapter is called A New Covenant, and again, I'm reading from the Gospel of Hip Hop, the first instrument, presented by none other than KRS-One for the Temple of Hip Hop. And this is on page 6. If you have the text, if you don't have it, please order it. Look it up on Amazon. Just order it. It's about $20, $25, something like that. I don't have an affiliate deal or anything like that. I'm just spreading the good news in the Gospel of Hip Hop, starting from page 6. This is the first chapter. A New Covenant. In the end, the last days of others became the first days for us. All praise, glory, and worship be to God, the love that rescued us from oppression and ignorance. And to all future generations of hip hop, know this: it is the love that has delivered this gospel to our people for our correction and survival. This gospel comes to us as the physical manifestation of God's grace and love for hip hop. I am but one of many who was saved by such love. In my time, your past, I am called teacher. I was present at the first time. I am the firstborn. I am from the age of Leo, and I have come to call our hip-hop nation into existence. Verse 4, to all future generations of hip-hop, I am the b-boy who destroys all negative circumstances every day spiritually. I am the MC who reaches above poverty skillfully, the divine word warrior known in my time as the Blast Master. I am the graffiti writer who thinks and grows spiritually. I draw peace, love, unity, and joy. I am the graffiti writer who thinks and grows spiritually. I draw peace, love, unity, and joy. I just read that. I know. Okay. Verse 7. I am the DJ who delivers justice while cutting, mixing, and scratching with life. I am the beatboxer whose body expresses art through sound. I play God's instrument. I am the fashion that uncovers the fear and shame hidden in oppressive nations. I am the language that loves and never gets understanding amongst grown-up educators. I am the utterance of my culture. I am known as knowledge reigning supreme. I build and destroy, heal and inspire with the right combination of words. I am the entrepreneur who presents expert negotiating that repeatedly escapes poverty's routine experiences, never exploiting unlimited resources. In my time, I am self-created and self-sustained. Verse 13, I am hip-hop. I am not just doing hip-hop. I am hip-hop. I am the watchman in the tower of hip-hop's inner city, urging my people to turn from sickness, hatred, ignorance, and poverty, and be restored to health, love, awareness, and wealth. I am the teacher, a witness to the activity of God within and around hip-hop. I was present at the beginning of this world age, August 11th. I was again present at the births of the transformations of hip-hop since its artistic organization at 1520 Sedgwick Avenue in the Bronx, August 11th, 1973. I'm a true witness to the divinity and cultural history of hip hop. I am like the people I am among, and I am not ashamed nor afraid of my family. I am hip hop. So let's take that in for a second. Just 1 second, just 1 second. Plus, I need to take a drink of water. It's a lot of words. Kicks on the beat and shows on the track. We bring in. We do it for real. We do it for real. And we don't stare. We keeping it real. We keeping it live. Although way since 85. Although way since 52. Some of y'all are 52. But it's all good because we changing the game. Generational gap. We changing the game. Hey. Okay. Thanks for that little interlude. I just need some water. All right, let's go. So we left off at verse 13. So we're going to go to verse... No, we left off on 14. We're going to go 15. In my time, your past. This is the same chapter, A New Covenant, verse 15, page 7. In my time, your past, I am called the conscience of hip-hop. The conscience of hip-hop. I am the stepfather and legal guardian of hip-hop. This I confirm to those truth-seeking hip-hop scholars in my future. MCing is my craft, and I have mastered my craft. I am hip-hop, and in my time, I have mastered myself. To all my hustlers, thugs, and gangsters trying to survive these mean streets, this is your gospel. To all my gods, goddesses, revolutionaries, street scholars, and conscious hip-hoppers, this is your heritage and birthright. This is the good news for you. All praise, glory, and worship be to God, the love that loved us first and love. Celebrates that response and the personal character that caused such divine responses to occur. All praise, glory, and worship be to God, the love that topples whole kingdoms. Verse 18, we are humbled before God, the author of hip-hop. Other cultures and nations were created in other ways, or encouraged to do the faith and or religious practices of others. But as for us, as for our group, commonly known in the world as hip-hop, this gospel acknowledges and celebrates the love that has saved our people from self-destruction. It is time to repent and grow up. Rapping about crime and murder may sound good amongst those who have never committed such acts, but for those of us who are real in the field, we need this message to our young people. We send this message to our young people. You don't really want it. For with this first instrument, we remember God and how we were rescued by unseen forces more powerful than any government on earth. For when all seemed hopeless and oppression seemed permanent, a caring, protective, nurturing, creative force independent of all world's political business, our hearts and homes, and we rescue from sickness, hatred, ignorance, and poverty, with a behavior that, and we must never forget this. With this first instrument written at the time of hip-hop's cultural beginnings, we remind all future generations of hip-hop to never forget the love that has saved us from self-destruction. Hip-hop has no other creator, no other savior, and no other architect. Love alone takes credit for our creation and further development of hip-hop, because before we even knew we were hip-hop, God, the love that saved us from corruption, had already ordained us as such and set us free in the world with power. What a great gift. What a great love. What a great God. But how soon do we forget, after we had eaten and were satisfied, how hungry we were just a moment ago? How quick did we forget our own strategies to our own success? We ate the fruit, but never replanted the seed. We drove the car far, but never looked at the gas tank meter. Know this: God's love, hip hop, it's like a car that many people found with a full tank of gas topped off and ready to go. A gift freely given to all who would hop into repair and replenish our beloved vehicle so that it may last another 30 years. However, now that everyone has gotten where they intended to go using the vehicle, there seems to be a little motivation toward the upkeep of the vehicle itself, the cause of everyone's good fortune. God's love, hip hop, it's like a banquet laid out before hungry people. Many people today are eating well, but they are not the chefs of their own meals. They eat, but they don't really know where their food comes from or even how it was prepared. They themselves were never truly hungry or homeless or even had to prepare their own food for themselves. They just sat down and started eating at an already laid out table. Therefore, the life lessons learned from being hungry and homeless which accompany the skills of the chef are absent from the copied presentations of the imitator, and any success found during a state of ignorance is indeed short-lived. This is how many today treat God in hip-hop. They seek the hand and not the face. They seek the luxury but not the culture, the food but not the appetite, the house but not the home, the medicine but not the health, the bed but not the rest. They would rather use God, hip hop, than live God, hip hop. But such acts are acts of desperation, and such behaviors are expected of a people who have been traumatized as we have been. Hip hop saved us and made us not only rich, but important and well respected worldwide. How then can we forget God, the love that protected us and raised us up? How can we forget about hip hop, the craft that feeds us and gives us identity? However, in my time, your past, many have already forgotten the love of God. Desperate and impoverished and suddenly propelled to the top of the world's social circles, they marvel at the effects of their own artistic skills, caring little for the cause of such skills. They just want to eat. And because they know not what causes their good fortune, they become frantic and greedy. And because they know not what causes their good fortune, they have become frantic and greedy, content with being imitators of such original presenters of the saving force, hip hop. Such an approach works fine for those who are not really serious about living hip hop for real. Such an approach to hip hop works fine if you're only participating in hip hop to get out of poverty or make a name for yourself. This approach works if you got something else to do and or somewhere else to go. But for those of us who live hip hop and seek enlightenment through hip hop and are seeking to raise a family while being an MC or DJ, etc., those of us who are without purpose, as well as those of us who are burdened with purpose, we have no time to waste. At this very moment, while you read this gospel, you are being called out of the world again for your own protection and development. Will you answer the call this time? Repent. God is closer to you than your nose. Now is the time to take your hip-hop spiritual life more seriously. Now is the time to align your hip-hop identity with God's nature and not be distracted by the doubts and suspicions of others. Now is the time to declare, I am hip-hop, and begin living from that realization in God. Hip-hop is your birthright. It may not be anyone else's birthright, but it is indeed yours. And if you decide to throw away your birthright because of the doubts of others. It is only you that suffers because they are maintaining their birthrights and cultures with faith while you destroy your heritage with doubt. Now is the time to actually become hip hop, to actually be the nation that we know we are. Such a life, however, is not for everyone. Many amongst us are just trying to use hip hop's artistic elements to escape poverty. And when they have attained the money, power, and worldly respect of escaping poverty through hip hop, we don't see or hear from them anymore. They and their careers vanish. This is why today is the greatest moment for hip hop and hip hoppers. Now that the desperate part of our family has been fed, clothed, and sheltered, they are gone. Hip hop itself was never their focus. They just wanted to use hip hop to relieve their own suffering, and once such suffering was dealt with, the desperate, went on to do acting and open businesses and basically live as the rest of the world does. But this was never the intention of hip hop or hip hoppers. As we have observed, now within our 36-year, 1973 to 2009, hip hop was a saving force. If hip hop didn't do anything else, what it actually did in real history is rescue the children of a scattered and impoverished people from certain death. Yes, hip hop has inspired the development of breaking, MCing, graffiti art, DJing, beatboxing, street fashion, street language, street knowledge, and street entrepreneurialism. But all of these elements basically did one thing: they saved us. So now that we and the desperate part of our family have been satisfied, they, the desperate, are no longer able to explore the true meaning and purpose of hip hop, the love that freed us from oppression. Because the music industry has finally collapsed in my time. All praise, glory, and worship be to God, the love that freed us from exploitation and slavery. Ashe, 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 ashe. Yes, so again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end there. We're going to stop there. That's at verse 30 again. But I just want to once again reiterate that all of those words I just read were from the Gospel of Hip Hop. This is hip hop's holy book, the Gospel of Hip Hop, the first instrument presented by none other than the Honorable KRS-One for the Temple of Hip Hop. So when you want to get it right, get it tight, of course we can heal through hip hop. Of course we can gain knowledge and consciousness of self, right? Of course we can start businesses and become entrepreneurs and street fashion moguls, and even nowadays technologists and tech moguls. But all of this was to save us out of our own oppression and slavery. And you ask how, and I'm saying how, the reason and the way yourself, overstanding and understanding who you are by yourself, with yourself alone, day in, day out, every day. This takes practice. This takes several occurrences, and you can do it. We all can, and at some point we all will. True facts. Like, we all will, whether you're forced in doing it or you do it willingly, to the certain levels that are needed for the depth that you need and want for your own life, and for the highest and best good for the entire world. Because when you think of metaphysics, right, that's beyond the physical. And so when we look in depth into ourselves, if we know and believe and understand that we are built on a higher force, as humans, as beings, as people, we're spirit, right? So if our spirits connect, then we're connected. And being that we are, some say, made in God's likeness, and we are also God showing up as ourselves in the world, then how do we want to present that? How do you want to present your goddess? How do you want to present your God, right? Like yourself, the God in you that's going to shine through. And I'm not saying that there won't be dark days, dark times, sad days, sad times, but there would definitely be high vibrational times, more than those dark and sad ones. But those are also needed to navigate through, right? So if everything felt good, how will you know where you at and stand? And it's all to just remain in alignment, like, as if you're, going through, a hall of thorns. You don't want to test the sides, right? I remember when I was little, there was this game called Operation, and I think it's still around, but the object of the game was to, take something out of the real tiny space in the shape of the item you're taking out, but you couldn't touch any of the sides. And so some of us, navigate in that way, and probably possibly should, until we're in alignment with oneself and the God and Goddess inside of us. So that's my own true thoughts, few thoughts, 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents, nickel and a dime, whatever you want to call it, dollar in a dream. Thoughts for today. I appreciate you tuning in. We're gonna keep this short and sweet. Once again, please, I'm gonna go ahead and place Nick's info in the. I'll just put it in the description. And if you like any of these beats and want to buy them, you can hit him up directly. Again, that's NIC Beats. That's NICN space I space C space. That's what it is on YouTube. People said nigga on the beat. So let me find so I can So the MP3 lease is $30. The Wave lease is $35, and the exclusive is $65 for the tracks. You can cash app it to Nick Beats. That's hashtag NICCBEATS. Social media, you can DM on Instagram, Nick Wears Gucci. Y'all can find our young brother, our young king doing the damn thing. Hey. We give thanks for Brother Nick and his craft as he builds his brand. We want to support entrepreneurs and young ones, especially. We want to support everyone, right? But it gives us special encouragement when we just support our youth, because they have a whole future ahead of them. It's kind of like, showing them the things that we wanted to know too. So at any rate, that's that. And of course, you can always share love, peace, and positivity, for Hope4HipHop. Hashtag Hope, the number 4 hip hop. And that's that. All right. Hey. So let me go ahead and do ours. Hope4HipHop. Any questions, comments, go ahead and obviously feel free and available to place them in the comments and such. How we can improve, what would you like to hear? We're going to read first. The golden objective is to read through this entire script, and it's written like the Bible because it's a holy book. So in any other holy book that is written in such script format, formatted a certain type of way. Some people believe that the Holy Bible as we know it today, the Christian one, not the Catholic one, was written by Shakespeare, perhaps the Catholic one too. Yeah. So we have a hip hop writer from our culture, from our standpoint, none other than the one and only Honorable KRS-One, the master teacher for the Temple of Hip Hop. So I went ahead and put our hashtags and cash tags. Please do also follow us on YouTube, where this is peace to the YouTubers, people out there. And we give thanks for being able to spread this amazing message that we use and heal through and with and from, created by God. I love that part. I love that part. Now we get to bring it back in order. And we all share a responsibility, if you are the culture, in order to do that. So I share your thanks and peace and blessings. I'll give you another one of Nick's beats. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to the song. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to the first joint. That's what we're gonna end on right there. Boom, boom. Let's end on that. Let me get some water real quick. We're gonna end on that. if I can remember. Whew. If you hear pages turning, yeah, I got the actual book, Gospel of Hip Hop. Let's get it. Oh, it's gonna buffer like that. Let me see something. Go back a little bit. Let's see.
Take on the beat.
I'm hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop because I am hip hop. That's why I'm living hip hop because I am hip hop. That's why I'm living hip hop because I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. In the end, the last days of others became the first days for all of us. All praise, glory, and worship be to God, the love that has rescued us from oppression and ignorance, and to all future generations of hip hop. I'm gonna just wait till they come back. All right. Know this, it is a love that has delivered this gospel to our people for our correction and survival. This gospel comes to us as a physical manifestation of God's grace and love for hip hop. For hip hop. Gonna wait till they come back. Oh, for real? Come on now. And love for hip hop because I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop, that's why I live hip hop. I'm not just, oh man, this don't mess me up like that. This mug buffering because I need to upgrade my internet service. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. That was practice.
Take on the beat.
I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. Yep, I am hip hop. That's why I'm living hip hop because I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. Yep, I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. In the end, the last days of others became the first days for all of us. All praise, glory, and worship be to God, the love that has rescued us from oppression and ignorance, and to all future generations of hip hop. Know this, it is His love that has delivered this gospel to our people for our correction and survival. This gospel comes to us as a physical manifestation of God's grace and love for hip hop. I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. Look, I am hip hop. That's why I'm living hip hop. Yep, I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. Look, boo, I am hip hop. I'm not just doing hip hop. I am the girl, I am the MC, I am graffiti writer, I am the DJ, I am the beatboxer, I am the street fashion, I am the street language, I am the street knowledge, I am, yep, I am the entrepreneur, I am, yep, I am the business girl, I am, yep, I am hip hop, I am hip hop, I am. Ashe, give thanks to the people. And we'll be back again tomorrow. Peace and blessings, one love.